From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 1168 of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Thank you very much for locking it in. Thank you for being here as we head to the phones. First up, we got Mazar. What's good, homie?
Good morning. How are you all today?
Doing good, man. What's your question for the room?
My question is, what would be a niche topic you'd love to do a podcast on, either as individuals, separately, or as a group?
Niche topic?
Yes.
What's your answer, Mazar?
Mine would be... I've recently liked reading autobiographies of like different people, so I like to do a podcast on that, where like I read an autobiography and talk about that person and their story to like whoever's interested.
Sure.
All right. Roz?
Like Roz's, for instance. I read that a few years ago. It's a really good book.
Thank you, brother. You should do a podcast on only that book.
I would.
Like niche topic, right? So you can't say sex because that's not niche, right? I mean, I could definitely do I can do a lawn podcast, I guess, but I would say that I could do a couple other niche type things, not as the expert, but I know enough about it to do interviews with people who are experts without sounding like a fool kind of thing, right? Like I could definitely do one on lawn stuff. Like I don't even consider food to be niche. That's not a niche topic.
Not anymore.
Like what is niche, right? Like
would wrestling be?
That's not niche. That's as mainstream as it gets.
Could I do a podcast on, let's say, I don't even know if anyone would be interested in it, but like, you know how about a year ago I started getting into boxing?
Yeah.
Right? And I'm at the boxing gym like all the time now.
Yeah.
As like a beginner and kind of like my journey.
Not niche.
Not niche enough?
Nope.
And then talk to like other trainers and
Nope, not niche.
Okay.
Mainstream. One of the biggest sports in the world. Like if you were going to go down the training route, right? Think if you did a podcast solely based on like leggings that you could wear while working out, right? That's niche.
I can give you like 3 right now, bro.
Yeah, right? Like Mocha and his leggings podcast.
Yeah.
Right? You just talk to other guys who like wearing leggings.
The fit,
I don't
the
know.
feel.
Yeah, the fit, the feel. Yeah, the comfort.
Sweat absorbing.
The spring, like all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Who else has a niche thing here? Shem?
What about like guys who have like a thing for older women?
Not niche.
And like cheesecake.
Not niche.
And are black.
No, okay, that's just you then. Yeah. Nobody's gonna yeah. All of that combined, but I don't know who the audience is for that.
I know a few brothers, man. I'm telling you.
True. I'd listen to that. Damn it, Maurie.
I'd say art.
Art. That's not niche.
I mean, you said lawn.
Yeah, but that's more niche than art.
Okay, Andy Warhol.
Not niche.
Not niche.
I'd say that's niche.
Not at all. One of the most famous artists of all time.
Yeah.
No, that's not niche. No, that is not
Pickles.
niche. There you go. That's niche.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you talk about when it
I
comes
would
to
try
pickles?
different pickles.
Yes.
Like Moishes,
Yes.
famous from Montreal.
Yeah.
Or I could try, Summerhill Market pickles.
Sure.
And then, talk about that bookstore in New York where if you bring a book, they'll give you a jar of pickles.
Yeah.
All right, niche.
Yeah, that's niche.
Maria.
Maybe I would go like the Greek food.
Not niche.
Not niche enough, girl.
No.
Maybe the health research behind Greek food, Mediterranean diet.
No, not niche.
Not
Mediterranean diet is like one of the most popular things in the world. Not niche.
Maybe like the health benefits of different tzatziki's.
No, not niche.
Not niche enough?
No.
What about all the different types of materials that you wear in your workout clothing?
That's Mocha's podcast.
Sorry, girl.
Too close.
I got that game covered.
Yeah.
You don't even.
He's doing tights. You can't.
He doesn't even wear tights.
That doesn't
You don't
matter.
know that?
You don't know.
You got Under Armour ones and Nike
I
ones.
hope, okay.
No, this
Let's
is
see
not.
where those tights
This
then.
is not good. This is not good. Okay, what
I got
else?
nothing.
You got nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Come on now. Shem, go ahead. Go another one.
Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say reviewing soap operas as
Not
a
niche
middle-aged
enough.
man.
Yeah.
What about
Okay, go.
the psychology
Yeah.
of dogs?
What do you know about that, though?
I don't, but
Okay.
but we could do research.
Okay. No.
We could
No. Nobody's listening to that.
But this is the thing. We would do
No.
research
No.
on
What,
the topic.
what niche topic could you launch today is what we're talking about.
Well, I could.
I mean, I could do one on, hydroaccelerating rockets. Like, I sure. Do I know anything about that? No.
Yeah, you got to learn.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
But maybe it's a discovery podcast. Like we are learning as we're moving through it.
That's not what the question was, though. It's what niche subject could you host a podcast on today?
I could talk about what I think Romeo says.
No, nobody.
You do that right now already.
Sure, if you did a podcast on what did my dog say, right, then that's niche. I would say
Perfect,
that's
then that's
niche.
it.
Okay.
Then that's
Really
it.
quick, three
Yeah.
things. What did your dog say yesterday, Maria?
Yesterday,
Yeah.
he told me that the cheese I gave him the night before bothered him.
No,
Yeah.
you don't know.
What else?
He told me that he loves me.
Yeah, what else?
And that he needs a new bone because he finished the one that he had.
Okay.
Okay, so this is just you talking about your dog. It's not you trying to decipher what your dog. No, that's not niche. That's lies.
Anyway, Mazar, I hope you got your answer.
Definitely did.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Appreciate you. Love you. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
It's Roz.
All right. Thanks, bro.
I'd have to say
have a nice
right
day.
right now, if I had to pick which of the podcasts that we just suggested would be the most successful, I'm leaning towards Damn It Maury's Pickle Pod.
Yeah. You know what? Me too.
Yeah.
Listen, I
Yeah.
got the dog market cornered over here.
Yeah,
all
but
right?
you have nothing to say.
I have plenty to say.
You
My
don't-
dog talks a lot.
You don't talk to your dog, though. It'd just
my-
be listening to a crazy woman go, you know what my dog told me today? Maybe that would be successful. Maybe that would be successful. Maybe it would be. I might be leaning that way now.
Edward says here, do you ever just Winnie the Pooh-it at home? Like walk around with just a shirt with no bottoms?
We used to call that Porky Pig in it, not Winnie the Pooh. When did it become Winnie the Pooh?
I think he's wrong.
It was always Porky Pig in it.
Well, that's what Edward says, man. I have not done that. I've gone like with wearing shorts or like lounge pants with no shirt, but not the other way around.
You haven't?
Nah. You?
I was walking around a little bit like that yesterday.
With other people in the house? Like your family?
They weren't
and
on the
stuff?
same floor as me.
Oh. But what were you doing? Like walking to go get your pants?
Yeah, no, I
Oh no.
I was gonna trim my beard a little bit, right?
Thank God you said
which I do naked.
Yeah.
And then I was getting everything ready, and I went into the room to get naked, and then I took my pants off, I took my undies off and my socks off, I left my t-shirt on, and then I realized that I hadn't gone in to charge my my trimmer.
Yeah.
So I had to give it a quick charge, which takes 10 minutes. So I was just hanging out in the basement. I was just like, I was looking at my junk drawer that I have on my side table.
Oh, thank God you said drawer.
Right. Yeah. I was, I went and.
What'd you find in there?
Not much, just like some old jewelry and stuff like that.
Not
right?
much.
Yeah, not much. And then I went over and I found a pair of socks that I had been missing. So I was probably, t-shirt, nothing else for like a good 10, 15 minutes down there, just strutting about.
Yeah.
See, there's
Right?
a niche podcast right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do you keep your shirt on?
What's that?
And when you're doing
I know
that
why.
thing, why
His
do you keep your
shoulders are
shirt on?
cold, bro.
No, because I hadn't taken it off yet.
Oh.
Like I was
you were
in
going
the
to.
process. I was in the process of
understand.
getting
Got
naked,
distracted.
and then I realized, I hadn't even charged my razor yet.
Right.
So I just went in and did that, and then I just spent 15 minutes. And as soon as my razor was charged, I took my shirt off.
I understand.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
I was cruising around like that for a while.
You have an answer, Shem?
No, I don't think I've ever done that. And that you're talking to a guy who will, go shirtless in the car. But yeah, I wouldn't go bottomless at home just randomly. That's weird.
Really? No.
David Maury?
Yes, all the time.
You're such a liar, bro. There's no way.
Yeah.
You wear full pajama. Like when you get home from work, you put
When
on
I'm
more
walking
clothes.
to the scale, no
No,
bottoms.
I don't know. I don't believe you.
So you wear a shirt but no bottoms on the scale?
That's right.
No, but we're talking like walking around your home, like you're lounging, you're
I
chilling.
did it. I did it yesterday because my clothes are in the bathroom. So
Yeah.
when Matthew was taking a bath, I walked from the bedroom to the bathroom.
No. That is going from point A to point B. I'm talking.
Doing stuff.
Yeah, just kicking it, dude.
Like, did you look in the fridge once?
No.
No. Okay. I think
so
that's
you've
the minimum.
never.
You got to look in like a drawer of the fridge, put the television on, something like
Open a
something
drink,
like that.
you know?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that today and report back.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that you can still see the number on the scale if you're on it naked. I could never do that.
Wait, isn't that a good thing?
Wow.
Oh, wait, no.
Finally got it. Maria, no need to answer, girl.
That's my podcast right there.
Well, let me know. My dad lives with me.
Oh, yeah. Does your dad
do
ever?
it?
Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. My dad, I live at home with my parents.
Okay.
But when
Yeah,
I lived alone, like
Yeah.
yeah, it was in my own space.
Yeah.
Do whatever
You
I
ever
wanted.
sat on your own couch naked?
When no one's home.
No.
Yeah. You haven't, huh?
Never.
No, I have.
Yeah, glorious?
It's not really.
Oh, why?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
Nah, it's
Feels
just it's
weird?
fine. Nah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I can't really get comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would just feel weird.
Yeah.
It seems like an odd thing to do.
Yeah, I was falling asleep on the couch the other night. Oh God, thank God I didn't get caught. I was falling asleep on the couch the other night, and I was watching a show, and I didn't want to go to bed, and I was forcing myself to stay awake, but it got so hot, and so I kicked the blanket off, and I was still hot, and then so I undid my pants. Right? But I only pulled my pants down to my knees, like I shimmied them down because I didn't want to get up.
Bro.
Right? And so I kicked the blanket off that I had, and then I pulled my pants down to my knees to finish watching the show, and I fell asleep like that.
Bro, if your wife walked in to wake you up,
oh my goodness.
Dog.
I don't know how to explain that.
You can't, bro.
You can't explain that.
Right? I
At
don't
all.
know
You can't
how.
say, I was feeling hot, so I dropped my pants only down to my knees.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Where was your phone?
What's that?
Don't say your phone was laying on your chest, bro.
No, it wasn't. I was on my side too, which is even
Where was the
even
phone?
worse.
Was the phone on the coffee table?
No, it's-
where you could see
it
it?
was up by my face.
By your face?
Yes.
Bro! Nah, dog. That ain't it.
Yeah, it
No,
was
never
shameful.
mind. Imagine if your kid walked in
Bro,
and was like
I
that.
know.
Bro, you'd
I
have to
know.
move.
It was
You'd have
shameful.
to leave.
It was shameful. Yeah.
Richard says here, you walk into a bakery and the baker makes you an offer. For every donut you eat, you'll get $100,000.
Oh.
You'll gain 10 pounds for each one. And the only way to lose the weight is through exercise. How many donuts are you eating? So that's under the assumption that you're going to put on a ton of weight.
It's harder for me being the age I am to lose weight, but I still got to say that.
But you work out right now.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
your
no,
metabolism.
no, but I know, but still, it's when you hit 50, it just everything takes longer, right? Like it's a much more difficult task than it was like when I was in my 20s, right? Was it 10 pounds per donut?
Yeah.
Or $100,000 per donut?
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So basically, how much weight are you willing to put on for the right price? Is really the question, right?
Yeah.
I think that I would realistically, I'd put on 20 pounds for $2 million.
Really?
Yeah.
And then just work it off.
Yeah.
Just dedicate your year, let's say, to working it all off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd put on 20 pounds for $2 million.
See, I think about right now. I don't know if I could do it, guys. I don't know.
You wouldn't even eat one donut?
No.
You wouldn't even eat one donut?
To put on 10 pounds?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
Bro.
Yeah.
You could lose it though.
I know, but like how long? I guess like it'll take like 2 months maybe to lose that, or a month with like a rigorous routine.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wow.
you said one donut is 10 pounds? And Roz, you said you'd make $2 million?
Yeah.
Bro, that's a lot of weight to put on.
Right.
Wait,
You're right. So wait, one donut is what? 10 pounds?
That's a whole next
Yeah.
Roz.
200 pounds.
Oh God. Okay, so one donut is 10 pounds. No, you know what? I'd eat one donut.
Yeah.
I'd eat one. I'd eat one
maybe
donut.
one. Okay, fine. I'll do one.
Yeah, I'd do one
'Cause
donut for
I
100
could drop
grand.
that weight in like less than a month.
Yeah, I'd eat
All
one
right?
donut.
I'll do 1 month.
Yeah.
Maria, what are you saying?
I would also do one donut.
Yeah.
Because I think honestly, like if I put my mind to it, I could lose the 10 pounds. It would be tough, but at least I would like have the money.
No, but again, like, you are somebody who works out a lot, so your metabolism, you'd burn that quickly, and it would take no time to burn that weight off as you continue your workout routine.
Yeah.
Dan Maurie,
I would say 10.
you would eat 10?
Yeah, why not?
Wait a second.
You put on 100 pounds?
Yeah.
You eat celery for a living.
Yeah, but
So
I'm
wait
going
a
to get
sec-
$100,000. So 10 donuts,
No,
done.
You'd make $1 million.
You'd make $1 million.
Or $1 million, yeah,
Yeah.
done.
Wait a second. So
Wait, so you would even still eat 10 for 100? That's a lot.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, that's weird. Wait a second. So you would put on 100 pounds on that little body of yours.
Yeah, but then you have the money.
That's a whole other Maurie.
Oh, my God. What do you weigh right now?
119.
Oh, my God, Maurie.
What does Matthew weigh?
125.
Okay.
Maurie, so you would double your size. First of all, you would never be able to lose that weight.
I don't think you would either.
You would never be able to lose that weight. And Matthew would take that money and run so fast.
Yeah.
You would have to not tell him about it. You would just have to come home fat one day and not even tell him what happened to you, right? Because you couldn't tell him you did it for money.
No, well,
for his own safety, he might as well. He's not going to kill him otherwise, right?
Yeah. If I did it for money and I showed him the money, then he'd be proud of me.
But then he'd take the money.
Yeah.
You would have to. You would have to get all new clothes. You'd have to get all new everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything.
Yeah. You would weigh. You know what's so funny is that Maurie would weigh as much as I do.
Yeah.
At that height.
Yeah. At your height, you would weigh as much as I do.
Oh my
Because if
God.
you're 119, I weigh 100 pounds more than you do.
Oh my God. What doesn't show you look amazing.
Thank you, but I'm just saying, Maurie, I'm a big guy.
Maurie, you can't flirt your way out of this.
Yeah.
Can we all use
Yeah. First of all, no chubbies for me, Maurie. Thanks.
Oh my God.
What did you say, Maria?
Wow.
You just said you weigh 119 pounds, right?
Yeah.
I just Googled what the average age for that weight is, and it says young females in their late teens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maurie.
Yeah, but Maurie's Maurie's way below average height for a man, though. And his bone structure is
No, but
that
his
of a teenage
age
girl.
and his
true.
Maybe. All right. So do you qualify as that at the doctor's office?
So it makes sense.
Yeah, no,
It
I mean,
almost
if you look at him, it makes total sense that that's
Shem,
what he
you're
would
the
weigh.
only one that didn't answer this question yet.
I could probably eat 5 donuts, put on 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Sure. Why
Yeah,
not?
you would, huh?
And knock it off.
Yeah.
$500,000?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You would.
Interesting. No doubt.
Interesting.
Edward
But you would
says
have to
here-
get all new
Oh.
clothes too, though. Wouldn't you? 50 pounds?
Yeah, 50 pounds is a lot. Yeah. I could do it.
Jeez.
Firmly, I believe I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
right. Edward says here, what's the most amount of money Roz,
Yeah.
Mocha, Shem, or Maria would loan Damn It Maurie and expect to get paid back?
0.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
not
saying
loan Damn It
0 as
Maurie
well.
money. No.
Maria?
0.
Shem?
I would say at least $5.
That's it? $5?
You guys said 0. Yeah, $5.
Okay, so read the question again, though. Read the question again.
What's the most amount of money Roz, Mocha, Shem, or Maria would loan
most?
Damn It Maurie and expect to get paid back?
That's the last part.
See,
I'm still saying 0.
See, I still go by, the advice that I got years ago, which is
ever loan Maury money.
I would never loan anybody anything less than $20. Because if somebody ever said to me, right, like you were at work or you're working somewhere and somebody's like, hey, can I get $5 so I can just go and get this thing? I'd be like, cool, and I'd give them 20. And I'd say, give me 20 back tomorrow. Because if you loan somebody $5, you're likely never going to see that $5 again. But if you lend somebody 20, they're going to pay you back.
You don't remember, like, back when we used to give Maury money to go buy us coffee?
Oh,
He'd
my
do the
God.
coffee run.
Great days.
And he would not only would he come back with not just a coffee for himself, but like a friggin' bento box.
Yeah.
Right? That
Yeah.
cost like $14.
He did. Yeah. It was
And not
crazy.
give us
Cheese
back
and the
our
crackers.
change.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we'd be like, bro, coffee.
We'd send-
or we would say, hey, go grab 3 coffees. And Roz and I would get, a coffee that was like
Regular
$1.25 or something like that.
Yeah.
And Maury would come back with some elaborate drink that cost like $6.
Yeah.
And the best part is they kept giving me more money.
No, I know.
So
I know,
anyway,
that's crazy.
no. Mel said, did Mocha really unfollow Damn Maury again? Now they doesn't have to be nice anymore.
Oh, did you? Did you unfollow him again?
Yeah.
Oh.
And
what?
And
And it's fine.
And what?
No.
No, what?
And what?
Blocked him.
You can't block him.
But that's what it was before.
I know. That's rude, though. You can't block him.
I blocked him.
Yeah.
No. You can't block the guy.
Why not?
Because I need him to see your stuff.
No.
Yes.
No, he just uses the Kiss account to creep my page. So,
No,
yeah, he can do that.
No.
Right, Maury?
No.
Go team.
That's such a.
What? I just
that's-
went back to what I did before.
That's such
That
a.
doesn't make it right.
No offense, but that's such a chick thing.
What? To unfollow and block?
Yeah.
Bro, it's been that way for years.
Right, Maria? Am I right?
You're
yeah,
very right.
thank you. It's such a chick thing.
I don't even do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Why do you think I'm gay?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What? doesn't make sense.
Such a chick thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Anyway, Mel, the answer is yes. I did unfollow. Adam says here, please tell me, how does Roz reheat his pizza?
What do you mean? Oh, like how I
Remember
do it?
your technique you're talking about, like in the frying pan?
Frying pan. Frying pan's
Water?
the best way to.
What
Frying
happened?
pan's the best way to reheat pizza. Just put it in like any sort of pan, non-stick if you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will sometimes throw like a tiny little bit of olive oil and then just smush it around with a paper towel, and then throw it in there on like medium-ish, but put a cover on it. And then the cheese will start to remelt and the bottom will crisp up, and it's way better than even toaster oven, and it's way better than microwave. The only thing, like most times if I have leftover pizza, I'm eating it cold regardless. I rarely heat it up. But if I do heat it up, this is how I heat it up. And just to throw the whole thing in a pan, medium heat, little tiny bit of olive oil, put a lid on it, and then just watch it.
For how long again?
Not until the cheese starts bubbling back up
okay.
again. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go back to the phones here. Yo, misunderstood. What's up? It's Roz Mocha.
Hi, what's up? I love you guys, and I've been tuning in on and off for a few years. And you guys just make drives. I mean, washing the dishes, everything just more fun.
Oh, girl, love you for that. How long have you been listening to the Roz Mocha Show for?
I'd say since 2022 when I got my articling position, and then I was driving downtown every day, and you guys just made it so much more better.
Wow.
But my commute to work is shorter now, so it's nice that there's a podcast so I can just tune in whenever.
Oh, girl, we got you. All right. We understand you've been on hold for a while because you have a question for the room. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do. So if you could commit one crime and get away with it scot-free, what would it be?
It sounds like you've thought about this, so we're going to start with you. What's your answer?
Mine would be, so I have 3 pets, 1 dog and 2 cats. So they definitely be in on it. I think we would break into a PetSmart or even a fancier pet store. And just ransack the shelves, just try all the expensive premium cat food. My dog Zola would just run through the aisles and play with the squeaky toys. My cats would climb the cat towers and leave paw prints on the camera lenses.
Yeah. Yo, how old are you?
And no, I don't want to tell you.
Yo, you were gonna say what? 30 what? 30 what?
Yeah.
31.
Okay.
Girl.
Fair.
All right, cool. So you're gonna ransack a pet store. All right. Roz?
I mean, if I could, rob a crypto exchange, I would love to do that.
Sure. So there's no way that you're going to get caught.
No. If you're telling me that I can commit a crime and not get caught, I'm robbing a crypto exchange and stuffing it all into my own crypto wallet, and if nobody could ever trace it, and the blockchain was, in my favor, and I think that would be the only crime that it's worth committing.
I was thinking, remember how a couple of weeks ago we were talking about, I think it was Citibank in Chicago had mistakenly deposited $1 trillion to somebody's bank account.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't go $1 trillion, but again, if I'm not going to get caught and there's no way to trace that money, or would that be a red flag if anyone at the bank is looking into my account?
Yeah, but that's not really a crime though. It is a crime.
No,
but,
I would make it happen. Let's say if I could hack a bank computer and then deposit into my checking account a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
Billions or trillions
why
of dollars.
wouldn't you? I don't know why this lady's talking about letting her cats play in PetSmart.
Girl, we're talking about financial advance here, and you're talking about leaving paw prints on,
I
the
don't know.
cat
I'm
toys.
not materialistic, okay? That's on brand for Roz.
Yeah, I know, but you got to dream bigger, lady.
Yeah. Shem, what are you doing?
Part of me wonders if I would steal the code for the lottery numbers. I would know.
Code? Is there a code? There's no code.
Yeah, I remember seeing a story about a guy who used to work with the lottery system anyways, and he rigged the code so that he would know what the lottery numbers each time that they would come up, and he won a bunch. Anyway, he got caught.
So not an actual code.
No. But basically what you want to do is you want to be able to hack a terminal machine to backdate.
There you go.
The purchase of a ticket. So every time the lottery happens, you could backdate that ticket to say that you bought it.
Oh, and that I won.
And that you won.
Even better. You want to be my co-conspirator? Jeez,
I would love to.
That's pretty good.
I would love to.
Roz is too good at this.
Maria, what are you doing?
I would either do what Shem's doing, or I would send somehow all of the shipments of Aritzia and Sephora to my house, and no one could trace the trucks.
Like
All of it?
Forever?
Yes.
But like, it's different styles, different sizes. What if you don't like something? I guess you could just sell
But then
it,
you
right?
have to start. Then you have to become an Aritzia.
God, you think I'd have? You think me and my friends would have a problem with that?
No, but like you got to sell it. Is what I mean.
No,
like,
I'd give it away, or I'd repurpose some of the clothing.
But then you would get caught.
Yeah, you're in jail for sure.
Yeah.
Maury, what are you doing?
I have two thoughts. One, printing money in my basement.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Could do that.
You don't have a basement.
No, but I mean,
you live in a
the
condo.
whole thing is like, well, no,
He
in
would-
my fantasy, I have a house.
Okay. Yeah.
So printing money or ticket reselling, like Taylor Swift ticket reselling.
Like you.
Like
could,
I run the bots.
Oh, you think? Yeah. It's that's to me that seems small potatoes too, though. Mm-hmm. You know, like why not go big?
Printing money's pretty big.
I mean, printing money's pretty big, but you need a basement for that, Maury. In my basement.
Yeah, you can't use a storage
What else
unit.
do you do in that
the
basement
condo.
that's illegal?
Don't talk
But
about
that
that.
I can get away with.
Yes, true. True.
All right, girl. Thank you so much for the question. Thank you for
Thank you.
listening to the show and your support over these years. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
It's a tough one. I love you both, but it's got to be Mocha. He's heart forward. Love him.
He's what? He's heartburning?
Heartful.
Oh, heartful.
Forward.
Oh, wait. Oh.
He's just really like kind, and he always like he's funny, of course. But I don't know. I feel like Roz is a little bit more, I don't know, like hard to read sometimes.
Okay.
Love you, girl. Have a good day.
Love you. Bye.
And with that, we conclude episode 1168 of the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Look out on Instagram at Kiss925. Every single week, we post a picture and or video that simply reads, Ask Roz and Mocha. This is where we get the questions from, and two of you will be selected to join us on a future episode to ask your question to the room. Thanks again for listening. This has been Ask Roz and Mocha.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Seeker app.